Hey, Yuta. Are you really not going to high school?
Well, there are things I want to do, and I don't like studying, Mom.
But still, wouldn't it be better to at least attend high school in this day and age?
That's right, buddy. It's not like we don't have any money. Thank you guys, really. But it's okay, I've already decided. I see. If you're okay with that decision, I won't stop you.
This is the path that you chose, after all. But just promise me you won't regret this decision.
Of course, Mom. Thank you both for understanding. My name is Yuta Wakutsu. I decided not to go to high school in order to prioritize what I wanted to do with my life. My parents didn't oppose my decision. On the contrary, they both supported me, but my relationship with my little sister Sayaka deteriorated because of this.
A junior high school graduate is just stupid. You're just siphoning everything from mom and dad. What are you thinking, hey? Just because you can't study?
This is how she reacted the moment I said I wasn't going to high school. Well, I guess her response can be justified. Mom and Dad aren't against my decision, and besides, I'm planning to work as soon as I graduate, so I don't think I'm gonna be their leech.
In that case then, you could leave this house, alright? I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone that I have a middle school graduate in my family.
I'm not leaving right away. My future workplace is close to home, so I'll be staying here another while.
Just get the hell out!
Sayaka, what are you saying? This is something your brother decided for himself. It's not your place to interfere.
Are you okay with this, Mom? Your own child's gonna be gallivanting around without even going to high school.
He carefully explained what he wants to do, and it's not like he's going to go off gallivanting. I'm okay with it.
But he can't be filial to you and Dad!
Educational background isn't everything. As long as my children are living good lives, you don't have to worry about being filial to us.
But still...
And you, Sayaka, you're taking the entrance exam next year. But pray don't tell me you're going to school to gallivant yourself. Did you already decide which school you want to go to?
I'm studying hard, Mom, and I'm definitely smarter than him.
No matter then. In any case, I forbid you from interjecting into Yuta's affairs.
I don't care about him or anything, and I don't feel like meddling in his business.
But you just did!
No, I didn't!
Enough fighting, both of you! Sayaka, you better get to your studies. You have a test coming up soon, right?
Fine. Yuta, don't talk to me outside of the house from now on, alright? I'm too embarrassed to tell my friends that I'm the younger sister of a dumbass junior high school graduate.
Sayaka!
What? It's the truth!
Yeah, I get it.
And remember this, you and I are different people. I will definitely not be like you, alright?
Since then, Sayaka hardly ever talked to me inside of the home, let alone outside where she pretended to be a complete and utter stranger. Also, perhaps as a way to get back at me, she changed the school she wanted to go to and enrolled in a high school with a high standard and boasted about it. Well, that's how she was able to keep up with her studies, so my sister's efforts must have been genuine. It's been 12 years since then, and I moved out of my house and started living alone, but one day I received a message from Mom.
I have something to ask you, Yuta.
What's up?
You know how the house is pretty old right now? Well, we were talking about either rebuilding it or moving. Which option do you think is better?
Come to think of it, I'd forgotten it was already that old. What did Dad and Sayaka say?
Dad says either option's fine. Sayaka lives alone now, anyway. She acted as though she didn't care about this when I brought it up.
Well, you'd have to live somewhere else for a while the house is being rebuilt, so maybe it would be better if you sold the land and lived in an apartment.
That's what I was thinking. I'll talk to your father about it.
If you have anything, feel free to talk to me, okay? I'll be happy to discuss anything with you.
Thank you, honey.
If they were to move, it would be better to find a place where the two of them could live comfortably and within the cost of the land. But they'll also need money to have the house demolished, and since both Mom and Dad are rather clueless about that sort of thing, I think it would be better if I went with them. It's tough moving for anyone, let alone people approaching 60. With that in mind, I started researching apartments that would be perfect for both of them in secrecy. As expected, they contacted me to consult with me. So, buddy, we're going to sell the land. That's why we're now looking for apartments, but I don't know which one would be good. Would you mind looking at some with us? Of course, but actually I'm kind of worried about both of you, so if you want, we could live together, you know. Really? Yeah, it's just that 3 of us in this apartment would make things hard, so we'll have to look for an apartment after all. If you're going to stay with us, we'll feel at ease, for real. Leave all the matters with money to us. We're selling the land, so we should be able to get a lot. Okay then. Shall we go to a real estate office together sometime soon? We'll free up our schedule according to yours. I found some nice candidates and we went to the real estate shop together. As a result of lots and lots of discussing, we decided to move into a luxury apartment. It's a much nicer place than my apartment, and a lot bigger too. There were lots of rooms too, so having some rooms for hobbies and such was possible, and they're now both very happy. A while later, however, Sayaka got in touch and said she wants to come over. This is what was exchanged in her messages with Mom.
So I hear you demolished the house and moved to an apartment, right? It's probably a small place anyway. But next time, I'm going there with my husband, so could you tell me your address?
Wait a minute. Husband? What are you talking about?
Wait, didn't I tell you? I got married recently.
I didn't hear anything. Why would you get married without telling your parents?
Nothing wrong with that. I'm already in my 20s after all.
That's not what I mean. I was already worried that you don't contact me much. Who would have thought you'd gotten married?
Is it really that surprising?
Yes, it is! Did you have a wedding?
Not yet. We're both pretty busy right now.
Okay. I would like you to contact me a little more frequently, honey. I haven't heard anything about a boyfriend, let alone marriage.
I'm gonna bring him home next time. It should be fine.
You and I used to communicate properly back in the day.
That kind of language, that back in the day BS, you sound like a little old lady. Could you please stop talking that way? And I'm busy with a lot of things, since lest we forget, I'm 27 years old.
Okay. So when are you coming?
We're pretty busy, as I said, so we don't have much time at all. But we'll be there sometime this month.
I understand. I'll prepare tea and sweets, so please let me know in advance, okay?
Okay, I'm looking forward to some delicious sweets.
I never expected Sayaka to have gotten married. Even more so, I was surprised by the fact that she had such an arrogant attitude towards Mom. In the past, she did have a flashy appearance, as she does now, but she was a bit more calm and composed. But now that I think about it, ever since she entered university, I was told she had changed. While Sayaka was admitted to a national university, could she have been playing around? Well, it seems like most people start having fun when they become university students, so I guess Sayaka wasn't the only one. After a while, Sayaka and her husband came to visit. Her husband's name was Yosuke Shiraki. He went to the same university as Sayaka, and he now works at a very famous conglomerate. Incidentally, Sayaka also works at that company.
Wow, you live in a nice place.
It was a nice occasion to move, so we just said, why not?
The rooms are so spacious and so clean.
This is amazing! Rather than that, Sayaka, please tell us about him. From my point of view as your father, I have mixed feelings about the whole situation.
Well, I guess that's fair. But it's okay. He's not just good looking, he's also smart, and he's the most talked about person in our department as a candidate to get promoted in the future.
I see. It's amazing in itself that he works for a famous conglomerate, but he also has a promising future. You married well, sweetie. That's not the case, sir. It's all thanks to Sayaka for always helping me and supporting me.
Well, I mean, I admit it, but it's not that much. More to the point, I've been wondering about this for a while now. But why is he here?
He?
That bastard! That junior high school graduate!
Sayaka pointed at me, glaring at me murderously. Ever since she came here and took a single look at my face, she'd been donning a face of disgust and guilt. But now, I guess she still despises me. Yuta lives with us now. Recently, both your mother and I have been feeling physically older, see? And he's taking care of us in so many ways.
All thanks to Yuta being here, that I don't have to worry much about all the housework.
I'm glad to hear that, guys.
What? You think what they said was just flattery? I didn't expect you to be their personal leech still.
Is that brother of yours? That junior high school graduate that you were talking about? I thought he was a housemaid or something.
That would honestly be better for him. An ordinary employee living in a place so nice? Don't you think it's a little strange and frankly unfair?
It's not like I'm their leech, Sayaka. Besides, me being just an ordinary employee is...
Enough excuses. You're such an unsightly asshole. You just get out of this house now!
Huh?
I mean, think about it for once. It's crazy to live in such a luxury apartment when you don't have any damn income.
If you say that, then it should be said to us, too. It's not like we have that much income either.
You guys sold the land and the house and moved here with that money, didn't you? Then there's no problem.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with people living here who have money. You should know the shame of living here when you're not doing anything, sir. No, I'm telling you, I have a job.
Mom, Dad, if you feel like you need some help, we can take care of you, right? Or rather, we're definitely better when it comes to taking care of you.
I agree. We're both elites and we both have a good income. We have a stable lifestyle. No, wait. Deciding this so suddenly is...
All right, it's settled. This is final.
Sayaka, wait a minute. Making such a decision without our input? This is...
What are you talking about? This is my way of returning the favor. Could you, be more happy, please?
No, listen, this place is...
We'll take care of everything else properly. Ma'am, sir, you just relax and take it easy. Sayaka and Yosuke weren't even trying to listen to what my parents were trying to say, and they just kept deciding shit. I got frustrated just looking at them. In the past, Sayaka used to be very caring towards her parents, but now she's just ridiculously selfish. I don't know what made Sayaka change so much, but I got annoyed and decided to get up from my seat and pack up my things. Okay then, I'll leave, as you wish, Sayaka.
Yuta, what are you? Seems like you understand everything, don't you? You don't deserve to live with them in a nice place like this.
I'm fine with leaving, but you're sure with leaving Mom and Dad in your trustworthy care?
Of course!
Also, can I ask you why you're so particular about this apartment?
I'm not so particular about it.
Then why don't you two live together, just the two of you? You two work at a world-famous conglomerate with the potential to be promoted. I don't think you're in trouble with money, I dare say.
Shut up! It has nothing to do with you!
Yes, I guess I'm prying too much. Oh, that's right, about the money here.
Living expenses, right? We can deal with those kinds of easy payments, no sweat. We got this.
We're not on a low income like you, and we can afford to pay that much. Good! Then I'll pack up my things and leave this coming week, so come back later on, okay?
Yeah.
Sayaka and Yosuke walked out triumphantly as they heard me say that.
We are against the idea of you leaving, Yuta.
It would be better if you went to see Sayaka and tell her the truth. It's all right. It's too much of a hassle to have anything to do with Sayaka anymore. I'm just going back to living alone again, and you two can ask Sayaka and her husband for anything you need. Oh, Yuta, buddy. If you need anything, let me know right away. Sure. Same goes for you guys.
Yuta, I want you to have this.
Are you sure?
Just keep it for now. I think it's better to leave it with you.
I guess you're right. I'll take it with me. After that, I immediately packed up my things and moved to a new apartment. It's very rare for people to move again in such a short time. Even my real estate agent was shocked. Before I was officially moved out, I tried to talk to Sayaka and her husband about the monthly expenses, but for some reason they didn't seem to be listening to me. Are they seriously going to be okay? Well, I don't care about what happens to them going forward, so... About a month later, I was enjoying my life alone once again when I got a call from Sayaka.
Hey, Yuta! We got a notice saying the monthly mortgage hadn't been paid yet.
Wait, you didn't pay it?
I didn't know there was a mortgage to begin with.
I told you when I moved out, didn't I? Money for the mortgage would be taken every month.
You did not tell me that.
Yes, I did.
More to the point, didn't they buy this apartment in one go?
They don't have that kind of money.
Why not? Did they sell the land?
It cost money to have the house demolished. And besides, our land wasn't that valuable, so there was no way we could buy an apartment.
Huh?
We didn't use the money from the land to buy the apartment, Sayaka. I told them it would be better to save the money from the land as their savings for the future. That's why that money hasn't been touched at all.
Then who the hell bought this apartment?
That would be me.
What? What's an ordinary salaryman buying luxury apartments for? Are you insane?
I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time, but I'm not just an ordinary employee, you know?
Huh?
I'd already started my own business before I turned 20. Know about a game company called MoniRobo?
Where so many popular apps are being sold? Don't tell me my own brother is the president of that company, eh?
Yeah, too bad. I'm telling you that. I started working after graduating from junior high school because I wanted to make video games. I taught myself programming, business administration, and management, and a whole lot of other things.
Why would you? You could have gone to high school. No, it would have been easier to learn it at a university.
But it would have been too late. I wanted to make something of myself right away, and I was studying those things when I was in junior high school.
Damn, I didn't know. MoniRobo is a popular company on the rise at the moment. It's even better than my own workplace.
Why, thank you. More to the point, though, I told you all this once upon a time. Didn't you hear anything from Mom and Dad?
I shut out all the talk about you, so...
What a cold, spiteful, inconsiderate little sister of mine. I memorized your university and your workplace because I wanted to know.
But you're a middle school graduate.
You were so embarrassed about my educational background, so you wanted to pretend to be a stranger because of that, right? More importantly, I think you should go pay the loan now.
That's right. I'm a little tight on money now, and I can't pay it this time. And also, all the bills are withdrawn from this account, but it's freaking empty. You stole the money.
You little... There's no way I'd do that. We don't live together, so it's only natural that I don't pay for anything.
I guess that's true.
I was paying for all their bills. Understand now?
I understand. Damn you. Oh, now that I think about it, you mentioned that some money was saved. I'll pay for it using that.
And I told you they were savings. Why are you trying to use it?
I just said I don't have any money. I'll look for that money now, so I'm hanging up.
And thus, she hung up the phone. She's probably looking for it all over the room now. I can't help but envision a luxury room in chaos.
Where is it? Where is it? Don't tell me that bank book's not here.
Is there really such a thing?
Yuta told me about it, damn it. I have no choice but to ask Mom and Dad. Dad, could you lend me your bank book with your savings stashed away?
And why would I give you such a thing, eh?
We didn't pay the mortgage fee for this month, you know. If you have some money, you could help me out and lend some to me.
But you're already working at a respectable conglomerate, no less. Isn't it strange to borrow money from me, given your circumstances? If you don't lend us money, you'll know a world of pain, sir.
What are you planning to do? I'm calling the police.
If you don't like it, just listen to what we have to say. Even if you say that, I won't give you my bank book. In the first place, Yuta has our bank book and cards.
Why?
Because I just knew the reason you punks were coming to our house was because you didn't have money. I gave it to him when he moved out.
My daughter, who had never contacted me, ended up bringing a stupid-looking man with her back to our house. If these people suddenly told me that they were going to live with us, even we would have guessed the truth.
What?
I look stupid, do I? I'm a graduate of an elite national university. There was someone like that in my workplace, too. One who was so proud of his academic background. He was somewhat good at his job, but he was rough with money and had a heinous personality.
You did talk about him back in the day.
Don't make me the same as that prick! Then why don't the two of you have any money right now? Well... You must be so strapped for money that you can't even afford a wedding.
Sayaka has always dreamed of having a wedding, and I thought it was strange. I thought she would definitely have one if and when she got married.
I splurged on a lot of things.
I thought as much. All those clothes you wear, that bag you carry, those are all branded, aren't they?
And just because you got a job at a good company doesn't mean you'll get paid that well.
I used credit cards and, well...
So, the reason you decided to live with us was to be free of your rent, right?
Yes.
What about you, son? Did you splurge with your money alongside Sayaka? I got hooked on slot gambling a little. Huh. Like husband, like wife, you've wasted a lot of money.
And I suppose this has been going on for so long, up until recently?
Well, we thought we would have to pay rent anyway, so we have nothing left except for the heat, water, and electricity expenses. And we also took to black market money.
Why would you even do something like that?
Because we thought you two would take care of us.
And who was it who told Yuta that she was going to take care of us?
I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to the wrong person. You drag your ass to Yuta, who you forced out, and tell him you're sorry.
Don't you two chowderheads know about the expression saving up? Even working for an elite conglomerate doesn't account for this stupidity.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Apologize to Yuta now.
Yuta, I'm so sorry for forcing you to leave without knowing anything.
Do you understand now that you heard everything from Mom and Dad?
Yes. Yosuke and I both feel terrible, so I'm gonna allow you to live with us now. Come back to us.
What do you mean you'll allow me?
What? Well, I mean exactly what I say.
You allow me so you still look down upon me, is that it? Actually, I don't want to live with you, and you're asking me to come back because I have money when you don't, right?
That's not what I mean.
So what do you mean then?
I mean to live together with you.
If you're living there, Sayaka, I'm not going back to that apartment.
What?
If you really want to live together, you pay back this month's mortgage right away.
Aren't you supposed to?
Oh, I'm not paying for shit. I'm the one who signed the contract, but of course you were the one who kicked me out. You're obviously gonna pay for it, right?
That's impossible.
Then it's impossible for me, too. I will not live with you, and I won't pay the mortgage. Mom and Dad don't have the money to pay for it either, so you have no choice but to move out, right?
No, please.
Sayaka started bawling over the phone. She kept crying and apologizing. And just when I was getting annoyed and about to hang up...
Woman up, Sayaka, now! How long are you gonna cry like a damn baby?
You're an adult now. You deal with this situation, is what I heard from the background. I heard that the two of them were simply kicked out soon thereafter. They told them they couldn't live with them until they found a new place to live. And they forced them to choose a cheap, shabby apartment. After that, my parents contacted me and we decided to live together again. I paid off the mortgage bills that were piling up immediately, but my excuse of a sister will have to pay it back to me in installments. This month's payment has not been made, and I can't even contact them. They definitely ran away. Well, can't be helped anymore. As soon as the repayments fell behind and I couldn't get in touch with them, I decided to contact their workplace about the two of them. As of now, this story spread like wildfire across the company, and they have no place in the workplace anymore. They can't think of changing jobs for the sake of their salaries, so they seem to be working with his pride in tatters. Right now, instead of wasting their money, they're using it all to pay off their debts. It seems like Sayaka's sold off all her brand name products, and I'm sure her appearance has changed quite a bit. Well, I don't care.
I'm really sorry, son. If I had stopped them adamantly that time, none of this would have happened.
Enough about that, Mom, please. More importantly, we don't know when those two will come again. So I'm gonna buy the place in one go, and then I'll rent it out while we look for a new house. We can't ask you to do so much. This is all to ensure the safety of our lives, guys. Also, it will increase my income because of the rent on this place. I was always pretty interested in real estate investment, see?
Thank you, sweetheart. If you're here with us, I can rest assured I'll have a nice retired life.
We're so proud of you, son. All things considered, all of this is because you acknowledged my opting against pursuing an education. I hope you let me repay you a lot from now onward, too, huh?